What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Daddy Mo.
Hey, EL-SCRIBBLER here. Yeah, so Spider-Man, just Spider-Man. How about that?
Oh, yeah, yep, just Spider-Man. We talking about all the.
Live
I guess we're
action.
gonna talk about live action movies.
Uh,
Even though, the best one is Into the Spideyverse.
yeah, Into the Spideyverse is still by far the best Spider-Man film. So if we're going off film, it'd be Into the Spideyverse. But let's go
Yeah,
into
but we're
the
going off live
live
action.
live
Yep.
action for now. Yeah,
All
but
right, let's man. I just want to talk about Willem Dafoe.
okay, let's jump right into Willem Dafoe.
We got it. Oh my god.
No homo.
Oh, okay. No homo. Okay, so this is what I thought No Way Home was going to be. Which by the way, at the end of Far From Home when Mysterio, lets everybody know who Peter Parker is, I was excited to see how this movie was going to turn out. I'm like, okay, Spider-Man's wanted for murder, and I think Spider-Man's going to be on the run. It's called No Way Home. And then they kind of get rid of that in the first act, like first 20 minutes. I was kind of hoping at first. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy for what we have here, but it was just the setup that they had. I mean, I guess the setup is what leads to him getting the multiverse open because of that. But I was actually wanting to see Spider-Man on the run and whatnot, and him legit being a fugitive. I thought that would have been an interesting story, also.
I mean,
What you think?
it kind of makes sense that he didn't want all this and he wants to reverse it. So the funny part, I think, was when he was basically trying to correct Doctor Strange's spell over and over
Mm-hmm.
and over again when Doctor Strange
Oh yeah,
assumed he had
spoiler.
already.
This is all spoilers, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
For people, for
Spoilers.
people watching, for people watching, everything is spoilers.
Well, no
So
matter what,
sorry.
even trailers are spoilers. So
They didn't
sorry.
spoil. They didn't spoil Toby and Andrew. They're gonna spoil it next weekend. I bet you.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
trailers, they're gonna switch it up, and it's gonna be Andrew and Toby all up in it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everybody already knew what was going on. I mean, I
Mhm.
assumed. Heck, I thought well, of course they were probably fan made, but posters of Toby, Andrew, and Tom all together in their Spider-Man suits. I'd seen those.
Everything got leaked, and I'm just like, if they're bringing Willem Dafoe back, if they're bringing every villain
Yep.
from all of the live action movies, what makes y'all think they're not gonna bring back Toby and Andrew? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Now the dynamic. I gotta say. Okay. Let's start out with the Spider-Mans all together. Who do you think was the best Spider-Man out of the past two? I guess not including Tom Holland because he's kind of a new fresh start to Spider-Man.
Okay,
You hate to
after
say it,
binge
right?
watching,
You hate to
huh?
say it. Okay, I'm gonna go out and just say I absolutely despised Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie; those were amazing movies, but you could literally put anyone else in that part, and it would be the same, if not better. Andrew
I hate to
Garfield
say, I hate
acted
to say it.
like Spider-Man. His movies were trash because his villains were trash.
That's what made everybody say Andrew Garfield was trash, and I realized that. I
Yeah,
realized that
because if you actually watch it, the way he acts, the way he jokes around with other people, I mean, I understand that he didn't act like a nerd. I believe that Tobey Maguire was the better Peter Parker,
Peter Parker, yeah,
but Andrew Garfield was the better Spider-Man. I've been saying this for years. Like I
because
told you,
even
Tom Holland
yeah,
is like a mix of both. Tom Holland is basically Tobey
that's why I say
Maguire's
Tom
Peter
Holland.
Parker, and then
Yeah,
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
that's why I say Tom Holland is the best because when Andrew was like, as Peter Parker, I didn't care for him. I was just like, really, like
Yeah.
you're the nerd or whatever.
He
You're
was
the
skateboarding
one.
around. He was the hipster guy. He was someone you would think would
Yeah,
be the cool kid, kind of,
yeah. That's
but
why
not
I was just like, I wasn't buying it.
the
But the
nerd.
second he jumped, yeah, but second he jumped in his suit. I mean, even in No Way Home, hey Max, it's good to see you. Like, bro, being
Yeah.
sarcastic, like him interacting with it, bro. When has Tobey Maguire ever really interacted with anybody in like the neighborhood? I mean,
Yeah.
you got Spidey with kids. I mean, hell, Spidey with Jamie Foxx and Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's like homie really is for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Not even Tom. I don't even think Tom. Not even Tom Holland. Not even Tom Holland Spider-Man is really like, the neighborhood
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
because he's
Andrew
gone out
Garfield's
into space. He's gone out into that. And
yeah.
that
And see, that's the thing. with these new MCU Spider-Man movies, they're trying to make it like too big now. Each movie is just like, they have to go here. And now we're bringing in like this many characters. Like I said, nothing feels dangerous except this one.
Yeah.
Like this is like the only one in the Tom Holland movies where I felt like a sense of danger. And like that's what I liked about the Toby movies, because each one, everything was personal. I mean, everything was revolving around him, Harry, MJ, and that shit just kept
Yeah.
building and building to finally it just went haywire. Of course, that third movie was trash because the studio wanted Sam Raimi to force in Venom, which is why we got, because Sandman was supposed to be just the only villain, which I don't know. Maybe if he was the only villain, maybe I would have liked him better.
And maybe they would have
But
gone on to do more movies. Because that's the one thing I was noticing
mhm.
because I'm rewatching the trilogy. Curtis Connors, Dr. Connors was name dropped in the first Spider-Man movie. Then he was his teacher in the second Spider-Man movie. And then
Yep,
he's
he
the
was in
one
number 2 and 3.
that scanned the symbiote, the one who was investigating it. Because I didn't realize that the first time around because I watched him when I was really young and didn't pay attention to the names.
Oh,
But it's just like
yeah.
they were building up to some because Curtis Connors was
Because he
always
was going to turn it. He was going to be the lizard in number 4.
yeah, because he was always like a mentor like role, and then he kind of ends up like this Hulk like personality where he can't control the beast inside, and then he kind of hides in the sewers as occasionally becoming a mentor, and that's what it was, I guess, originally supposed to be, but they destroyed
Yeah.
it by bringing in Venom. However, I got to say that was actually funny in the movie because they're all talking about, oh, I fought an alien. Oh, I fought an alien in space. And then here,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Andrew Garfield is like, I wish I fought an alien, yet he fought a dinosaur. It's just like you.
It's like they knew. It's basically like every meme and all that they threw it in the movie. They know people was talking trash about Andrew Garfield's movie, so he's sitting there just like, oh, I'm lame. I fought a Russian in a rhino machine, and then you got Toby's like, no, no, you are amazing. You are. I'm just like, and look, now
Yeah.
everybody and their mama want an Amazing Spider-Man 3, because I was watching Amazing Spider-Man 2 today, and what I love about what I did love about what they were doing with his parents is that they were building on something that it's something like their parents were involved in something, and we're going to get more of that, because even with the deleted scenes, like we now got what's the father's name? The Richard Parker, he's
Yeah.
actually alive. And they cut that out. I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Y'all cutting out great scenes here. So it's like the movies in general, Andrew Garfield's, which is doomed. 'Cause I mean, even Kurt Connors as Lizard, that just looked trash. The CGI for it was trash.
Heck,
People
it
on my
looked
TikTok
trash.
actually say they love the CGI.
It looked
It
trash
still
in the
looked
new
trash in
film.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
In
Yes.
No Way Home, he looked trash, which is why they didn't use him that much.
I thought I
I
was the
found that
only one. I'm like,
hilarious.
bro, he looked just as bad as he did in
Hmm.
number 1.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
look
was like,
good.
holy. And what's the explanation with Jamie Foxx? Because you know who Jamie Foxx character, his Electro in this movie remind me of his character from Baby Driver, just with electricity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's basically what he reminded
Th-
me of.
th-
But hey, Jamie Foxx was my boy. He had me dying in this movie. He was fucking hilarious. He was basically just just
yeah.
Jamie Foxx. Like, you know what? Yeah. Cause I even love how he's like, oh yeah, I like this, and I'm like, yeah, nigga, you look good. We get it, bro. He's 54.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did not know that nigga don't look 54. Like
He,
honestly, if I didn't know nothing about Jamie Foxx, like if I didn't watch him growing up, looking at him, I'd probably say he's like maybe late 30s.
yeah.
Fucking 54. I love, man. That's why I love being black.
Yeah. Yeah. Age slowly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like in this movie, he was like a full-on brother. It's like, okay, I like him. I like his
Yeah.
character. He's just, yeah. He's just like chill.
Mhm.
He just focuses on himself. I was like, I don't mind this. I don't mind this.
Exactly.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, Willem Dafoe
Okay.
for sure, for sure.
Hold on. What I did what was surprising was I thought everybody was going to show up in like the third act, especially excuse me, especially Toby and Andrew. I thought they're going to show up at like the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'd be there for the big battle. Same thing with a lot of the villains. I thought they was going to show up, but surprisingly, they actually did a lot with them. Like when they was going around trying to fix them one by one. I enjoyed that a lot. I love that. All three Spider-Man was actually like, again, working together, interacting with one another. It was like, okay, cool, they're bonded. Actually, all the characters were bonding with one another,
Yeah.
villains and the heroes. So that is what made it even more interesting and gave them more screen time. But let's get to Willem Dafoe.
Oh, no, no, no. Let me go back to
Oh, we go.
the way they're working together, because that's one thing
Mhm,
I was worried about, was they were going to throw everyone in at the last minute. They were going to do too much with it.
mhm.
Andrew Garfield, I think, had a serious arc in this movie
Yep.
because he is emotionally scarred by his past because of what happens with Peter Parker, the Tom Holland, just Tom, with May. You feel sad, and here Andrew is basically trying to comfort him, and he basically has to tell him what happened to Gwen. And
Yeah.
he has a redeeming arc where he saves MJ. And
Oh
the
my.
way
Yeah.
he cries, the way he breaks down, you could tell, like, in that moment, he was saving Gwen in that moment. Like, he felt
I
like if you had just seen Amazing Spider-Man 2,
too. Yep.
you see the correlation there. You can see the scene of where he killed Gwen by not being able to save her in time the right way, and he did not want to have that happen again. He was not going to
Yeah.
watch Tom go through the same exact thing he went through. So
That's why. Uh-huh.
yeah, I thought that was
That
amazingly well done right there.
That's why in this movie, that's why I enjoyed him more than Toby, because with Toby, it's like he got his three movies.
Yeah.
What does he really need to fulfill in this? It's just like nothing. He's just being Spider-Man. Whereas Andrew, he only got his two movies, and then they made him kind of like, it's like, okay, we're gonna carry that into this movie.
That's why
And
they brought up
because
the
of that,
rhino.
yeah,
The Russian
and
in a
because of
rhino
that, it's
suit.
like that, and because of that, that made everybody, actually want a Spider-Man 3. Now everybody is saying how much they love Andrew.
Yeah. Which
Because yeah, like when he saved MJ, bro, the first, even the first viewing, bro, the entire audience was just weeping at that moment. Because hell, I was even sad. Like, man, it felt like yesterday he lost MJ.
yeah,
That's the crazy part. It's like he just
Gwen.
lost her yesterday.
But you hadn't seen those movies, had you?
Go ahead.
The Amazing Spider-Mans?
Yeah, I own them. Of course, I've seen all of them in theaters.
Oh,
Every
okay.
last one.
All the Amazing Spider-Mans. Yeah, because
This is me you're talking.
yeah,
Stop,
yeah.
stop, stop, stop. This is me you're talking to.
Yeah, because
Have
that's
I
the thing.
seen all the DC movies? You don't think I've seen all the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Everyone thought I was crazy for saying Andrew Garfield was the better Spider-Man. Because I loved watching him be Spider-Man. When you see
Yeah.
Peter Parker in the suit, I was just like, okay. So that's the funny thing. When they introduced Andrew Garfield, when he finally showed up on set, I was excited. The second Tobey Maguire popped in, I was just like, meh, I don't care. But I freaking hate
Fuck all that,
theaters.
bro. I was geek.
I freaking hate
Oh my
theaters.
God.
Everyone started roaring for Tobey Maguire, and in my mind, I wanted to shout, he wasn't the best. I wanted to shout because
Hell, you should have.
they were pissing me off. It was like, why are you guys cheering for this guy? He had his 3 movies. The last one absolutely sucked. He was never a good Spider-Man. He was good Peter Parker. It's just like,
Stop. Number 3. Yeah, is it still suck? Yeah, it did suck. I'll watch that over Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 though.
no, not me. Because I enjoy Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man. I love
give you
how
that.
fun
I'll
he
give you
is.
that.
Because I watch
give you
it. I go to a Spider-Man movie to see Spider-Man, not to see Peter Parker. If that makes
Yeah.
any sense. The only thing that
Oh,
made
no.
the original
That's like me
2,
going to, uh-huh.
Spider-Man 1
That's like me.
and 2, was Green Goblin and Doc Ock. Those
That's
guys.
like me wanting to go see Dark Knight Rises, and I got Bruce Wayne for 3 hours. No,
Yeah.
I got Bruce Wayne for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and got Batman for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, because when you look at it that way, it's just like, okay, it's so I love the originals for the villain, for the story, because the story is solid. And the Amazing
Toby was Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like it was just he throw on the suit and he like, hey MJ. Hey MJ.
Exactly.
Just like, damn, bro. He don't switch up. I mean,
Like,
don't get me wrong. Yeah.
even Tom Holland will switch up and act a little joke more. Andrew Garfield would joke more, and you could understand how people would not see him as he's wearing the suit because he acts differently when he wears the suit.
Yep.
Tobey Maguire acted like Tobey Maguire with the suit and without the suit. It's like, who cannot tell the difference? How dense is MJ not to be able to tell? That's his voice, and he does
and
the
exact same. She kissed the nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
And she kissed the nigga.
Well,
come on.
Because remember, she kissed him in the first movie, and then at the very end of the first movie.
Then she kissed the nigga twice in the first movie.
Yeah.
She kissed the nigga upside down, and then she kissed him at the
funeral.
Why you kissing motherfuckers at a funeral?
Yeah.
But yeah, and at the end when she did I was like, oh, she know that's Spider-Man, and then the next one she still doesn't. I'm like, damn, bitch, what? Okay, yeah. What I didn't like was Ned. The fact that you telling me Doctor Strange, who I'm guessing in the movie, I don't think they told us the time of how long he was there. But he's sitting there trying to figure out how to make portals and all that. And then here's a little throwaway joke. Oh yeah, my grandma said I had magic fingers. And then all of a sudden, oh, I wish I could see Peter. And then boom, all of a sudden he start realizing he can make a portal. Really? You can start making portals now? That pissed me off with a passion.
Because that's the thing. Doctor Strange is like one of the most powerful sorcerer in eons. He is supposed to be the Sorcerer Supreme. I did like the joke about how he's not the Sorcerer. Mm-hmm. It was the technicality. He was gone for 5 years.
Speaking of that, is it me or every time Wong is in an MCU movie, he comes to a portal, says something, and then goes back into a portal?
Yep.
Yeah. Every time. Every time.
They couldn't have two Benedicts in the same scene, apparently, for too long.
That nigga name is Benedict. Benedict Wong.
Yep.
I forgot.
Oh, that must be confusing on set. But yeah, because, okay, the one thing I was thinking about is, remember, Doctor Strange had destroyed his hands. He was in constant pain, and my whole chair is shaking because Bolt is underneath it, scratching. He was in constant pain, and he was in his own head. He was trying to figure out how to make himself better, how to improve. So my guess is he was in so much pain he couldn't focus on it. However, Ned is just the guy in the chair, sees himself as nothing more important, and was just thinking. He had his mind empty, so he could think of Peter Parker. That's the only thing I can think of.
So basically, I can sit there and be a fucking Sorcerer Supreme then.
Yep.
Then that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Then that's bullshit.
Because I think
pissed me off.
I think
Happy Hogan can sit there and start saying, "Fuck it, I'm bringing Tony back." Vroom.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing. Is just like he had the ring, and the ring is supposed to make it very easy. They even mentioned that in Doctor Strange. The ring is supposed to simplify it. You can actually make those portals. You can do everything without the ring, without that handicap. However, everyone uses it because it's so much simpler. Like, I think that's why they introduce later on, like, creating saws, creating whips. All that stuff takes extra skill, extra technique. Here, he was doing the bare minimum. But it's funny, a portal to another location is a bare minimum. Is also like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Okay, I was cool. And then I was cool with Andrew's his intro. It worked. It worked with him.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, how we gonna get Toby? I'm gonna just do the same thing and then just him walking through the portal. I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting something like a little better than that.
Yeah.
Just oh hey, yeah, I saw this portal and I just stepped through it. I'm like, what? It was basically like, hey, we give y'all Andrew and Toby. Shut the fuck up and take it. It doesn't matter how y'all getting it. That's what I felt like with Toby's intro. Andrew's, it worked for him. Toby, I was just like, man, you already did this.
Yeah, because I liked Andrew's more because he had fun with it. He seemed like the fun one because they're all calling Peter, over here. He waves, he walks in, he takes off his mask, and it's just like, oh. And then he's trying to prove that he's Spider-Man hanging off the roof.
Yeah,
it's like,
that was great.
This isn't enough.
It's like everything he was saying was just great. It's like he always had like a nice little comeback.
Yeah, and then Toby.
I love when he was when he went against Tobey Maguire. For like that's all a bit. I don't know. I love that.
Yeah, because Tobey Maguire walks through, and there's no fanfare, there's no suit, there's just him being Tobey Maguire, and I was like,
what?
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, remember he keeps his shit underneath. Oh, I got the red.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
but
yeah, nigga.
I think what was cool though was the way Andrew and Toby, the way they looked at each other, they both knew something was up. They both got
Yup.
that spidey sense for
That
each other.
tingle.
The
I got the
tingle,
tingle.
yeah, that's what Tom calls it, the tingle.
Hmm.
And they literally started attacking immediately. And as soon as they saw it, they knew they were brothers. They knew
Yeah.
they were brothers. And the way Andrew Garfield constantly joked about Tobey Maguire's ability to shoot webs.
Uh-huh.
Tom Holland was the one who went a little farther. Just like, can you shoot webs out of any other place?
Yeah, I love all of that. I love how they're like, oh yeah, you have a best friend. Oh yeah, he died right in my arms, right before he was trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So sad. Even Andrew was like, even though, don't forget in the last movie, your best friend tried to kill you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. He's just like, dude. But yes, yeah. Honestly, the interaction, I could sit there and watch an entire Disney Plus show of just them talking with one another because it was great. And I
Yeah.
love the whole with his back. The second he said that, all I thought about was Spider-Man 2
Hmm.
with the my back. But yeah, oh my god, and when they all suited up and started swinging, oh my god.
No, it's not because when they started swinging, they had no coordination because they're all Peter
No,
Parker, and they were
I'm talking about when they yeah. I'm
they
talking
were
about when they
all
like actually got their plan going.
yeah because they were all Peter Parker, and they all considered themselves
Hmm.
Peter Parker 1. So
Yeah.
they kept calling each other, and no one would respond to anything. So Tom Holland
That was
took the
great.
moniker of 1, Toby took the moniker of 2, and then Andrew took the moniker of
I'm
3.
number 3.
I'm number 3.
Like you got no choice. But yeah, bro, that was awesome. But okay, to the villains, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
It's like he never lost it. Hold on, by the way,
He
the agent was great.
yeah.
Like, man, I was just like,
He
yo, what
is
the fuck
an
does Willem Dafoe
amazing
look like,
actor.
bro?
An
It's like he, it's like
amazing
he,
actor.
it's like he just jumped right off the set of Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, and just continued that shit.
Yep.
If anything, I liked him even better, bro. It's like he was even crazier,
Yeah.
and because it's MCU, and it's what 20 years later, they can do so much more stuff. So the action, it made him look even more dangerous. Same with Doc Ock.
That's one thing I gotta say. Is like the action was absolutely amazing. He looked like he was in his 20s. The way he was throwing
Yes,
Spider-Man around, and I gotta
bro.
say, the new outfit is far more iconic
Ooh,
because
yes,
the
that
way
hood and
when it
everything.
started to rip, because that's actually how he dresses. He's the Green
Oh yeah, the,
Goblin.
the
He has
purple
the
hood and whatnot. Yeah.
purple hood. Yeah, and this was absolutely phenomenal because it was like he threw away the mask and just committed to being the Green Goblin. He no longer needed to hide
Hmm.
who he was. He is nothing but the Green Goblin. And I absolutely love that because he just looks so much more menacing with the ragged hoodie hanging on him and just like, yeah.
Spider-Man was throwing was throwing that nigga punches, and he was eating them shits with a smile on his face. Bro, he got a nigga a spine buster through 5 floors.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, bro. The laugh is even better too. I'm just like, bro. Willem Dafoe I think he's 66. Man, he killed that.
And
Willem Dafoe, he was the highlight. He was
and the way he
amazing.
can always flip on a dime, like that's the thing. He deserves an Oscar for his performance in first Spider-Man and this Spider-Man. He
Yes.
flipped on a dime, and I absolutely love that. It's
Now
it's
that's who
so
should have been Joker.
perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Doc Ock, they didn't do much with him.
That's what
I mean, I don't
that's
know.
what I hate. That's
I
what I
don't
hate.
know.
Because they introduce him in the beginning, and then he takes a bit of the nanobots, implements it. I thought they were actually going to do more with the villains. I really thought they were going to do more instead of capturing them all in one spot and
Uh-huh.
then having them escape, I guess, and
Yeah.
wreak havoc, having to try. It's a very common trope. They do it over and over and over again. I think the only thing that worked was the fact that they brought in villains that already had a history.
So you don't need to go through like no backstory and shit.
They
Maybe you
didn't.
say a couple things and that's it. We
Exactly.
already
That's
know who they are.
all they needed was just a one story. And the thing that actually made it work better is when the villains knew each other and actually started talking to each
Mm-hmm.
other. Because they were
Yep.
talking to each other, even if you've never seen anything else and you watch this, you know there's a history there. You know there's a world beyond this world, which you can just accept. You don't need to see everything else to know that this happens.
Because I love how everybody realized that they died at Spider-Man's hands.
Yeah.
But I love Jimmy Fox. Like, I was over there whooping Spider-Man's ass. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting all the energy, and then...
Did I die?
Shit. Yeah, I was about to die. Like, bruh, come on.
Yeah, because they all realized they were in the same situation. All going to die. Oh, freaking love Spider-Man.
I love the smaller jokes, too. Because there's, like I said, like, in the first... when I saw it Thursday night... everybody caught the Norman Osborn line. You know, I'm a bit of a scientist myself because that was such a big meme right now. So the second he started saying that, I even bust up laughing. The next thing I know, the whole crowd was just going crazy. I'm like, okay, y'all caught that too.
People get it.
But yeah, and this one I'm like, oh, y'all trash. Y'all don't get that one. But yeah, I love that they basically like threw a lot of stuff that everybody always brought about like the memes and everything, because they even did the whole 3 Spider-Mans pointing. They did that when they were like discussing. I thought it was great. But what was I about to say? I was about to say Doctor Strange getting beat by Spider-Man. I don't know.
That's the one thing. Because
the whole he say geometry or something. I was like,
yeah, the solving the puzzle to make sure everything collapsed on to create a web. I don't know. I think the only thing that makes sense is, again, I'm trying to defend Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange is absolutely one of my favorites. And
I'm just like, there's no way he should have been beat like that.
Yeah. But remember, the spell he was trying to send those guys back takes a lot of concentration. If he was trying to work on casting the spell in that void, then maybe Spider-Man had a shot. But
he wasn't. I know he wasn't. Oh, they don't think I know he wasn't.
Because it's just like
he got beat by Spider-Man
and then got left in that location. It's just like, what the heck?
Hold on. Doctor Strange got beat by Spider-Man. A guy, a kid that got beat by a fucking 60-year-old man. Like, my nigga Strange has magic, and Green Goblin just whooped your ass. He gave you a Triple H spine buster, but you could sit there and beat a nigga that uses magic, and you was in his world.
Yeah.
Nah. They nerfed Doctor Strange because it's not his movie.
Yeah, they had.
They nerfed it because Ned is the one that brought Spider-Man into it. The other 2 Spider-Man.
I did like how they basically got rid of Doctor Strange because the movie would have been over immediately. Oh,
absolutely.
They would have
he wasn't going to be in it. Oh.
They would have to get rid of him. The one thing they got to stop doing is with Tom Holland, he has never had a villain of his own. Every single villain in this movie is not his. Every single one.
Not one villain is his. Everyone is either an Iron Man villain, or no, it's either an Iron Man villain, a Toby villain, or an Andrew villain. When is he gonna get his own? It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah, because it's just like, come on, guys. You have a vast pool to draw from. I gotta say though, my biggest disappointment was there was no Rubik's Cube or Nick Cage in the movie. God. I am gonna hate that because they had the pointless post-credit scene with Tom Hardy.
That was horrible.
If anything, to get people excited, they could have just had a Rubik's Cube on the table behind it, or a guy wearing a black glove, like all in black, and a fedora, holding a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, that'd have been cool. You didn't have. You don't have to show him.
Yeah, you don't even need to show Nick Cage. You just have to do that, where this guy dressed in all black is holding a Rubik's Cube, like staring at it, fascinated. Anyone who absolutely loves Spider-Man or into the Spideyverse would immediately know who that is. And it's just, they should have had it. They should have had it. I was trying to see
if Nick Cage is going to be in the next one. I don't think he is.
Because they could have done it's a simple shot. You just get an extra to play that role, and then everyone is basically like excited for Noir, Spider Noir.
You know what would have been cool? Like when they showing like all the honestly, it'd have been cool if they show when they show like all of them disappearing because they finally going home. You probably like go to yeah, bro. You could have went to MJ's like coffee shop, seen a nigga in the background, or just see that random person with the
Yep.
Rubik's cube. Next thing you know, he starts to vanish.
Yeah. All you need is the Rubik's Cube. That's it.
That's really all you need. That's all you need is a Rubik's cube. You really wanted Nick Cage in this movie, huh?
And it would have been funny if they actually had like an Asian girl sitting around tinkering with like some toys, like mechanics, and then she disappears. Because then you got the
Hey,
mechanical spider girl.
or you see a pig.
Yep. I was gonna say that it's like you end up with a pig on a farm walking around
Hmm.
that just disappears. Spider pig.
Yeah, you couldn't send Miles back unless you got it from like a different one because Miles is he got to be in it. He's in this universe
Yeah.
because remember Gambino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super excited for. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
they
trying.
did nothing, but they did nothing with Sandman and Lizard. They were just there
Well, that's the
because
thing.
you need.
Sandman was literally there to plug in that their third movie happened.
Yep, yep.
That's it, because they
And he was
had to
just he
have
was just CGI the entire time. I was like, really, bro?
they
Your
had to have
power is like,
a
mhm,
villain from every single one, which is
yeah.
why
No,
they ended up
no
with
Topher Grace.
yeah. They
No Topher Grace.
Mhm.
Now
I
I wish they would have had Toby and J. Jonah Jameson, kind of like because I want to know. I would have had love to see that the two of them see each other.
oh
I thought that would have been like a little funny interaction, right quick.
yeah,
Oh, but I do love that Doc Ock and Peter reunite though.
yeah,
That was great. That was
because
just great.
Doc Ock and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is by far my favorite, Spider-Man movie because Doc
Miles
Ock
is
just
No Way Home, and then that one.
yeah, the dialogue just was absolutely amazing because here, what was Doc Ock's goal? To basically have the power of the sun in the palm of his hand to create renewable energy. And in this movie, he literally gets a hold of that. And he just looks at it on how simple it is, how amazingly well it was constructed, didn't cause damage, the arc.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like he has it. And even Tobey Maguire drops the line, the power of the sun in the palm of your hand. Because that's
God
like
damn.
unlimited power. And he is wielding it right there. And it's just like all these lines, all these dialogue that clap back
Unlimited power.
on ultimate power.
There we go. There we go.
Unlimited. Yeah, but it's just like I absolutely love the dialogue, the clapbacks, it just seemed like even stories that felt incomplete felt complete because the one sad part about Spider-Man 2 was when he drowns his son, his own invention, to save New York City, and he says, "I'm not going to die a monster."
So it was official though. He really did die in Spider-Man 2. I always thought like maybe he's gonna live for was it came out 2004? So we're talking about 17 years. I'm like, oh, he ain't dead. He's just floating right quick. Damn, they actually confirmed that he died.
Yeah, but he didn't die a monster anymore. His
Yeah.
arc has been changed. He's able to live a life of no longer insanity. But it is funny that a simple light bulb was the thing that was designed to prevent him from going insane. And then he got fried the first time around and it destroyed it. Oh,
I was about to say something.
yeah.
It was about one of the villains. Oh, that was sad about Aunt May though. This is the thing though. I knew she was going to be Uncle Ben.
Yeah, they were going to have to.
It was going to happen.
As soon as she
But the
said
second
that line, it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. Those are famous last words right there.
I'm like, oh yeah, you're Uncle Ben.
Those are famous
That
last
w-
words.
I love how when they're talking about it though, it's like, yeah, my uncle said, yeah, it was my
Yeah.
Uncle Ben. It's like, yeah, they all. It seems like every Spider-Man in every multiverse is going to have that person that's going to give them some type of speech like that, and then they die.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like now. Instead of just it being, oh well, it's the Spider-Man story in the comic book, so we got to learn it in every movie. No,
Yeah.
now it's just destiny.
Yeah.
If that's your uncle, they're gone.
Yeah, that's
They're
the
gonna
thing I
give you
find
the
funny is the white Peter Parkers, the white Spider-Man have no parents. Their uncle dies. They just have Aunt May. However, Miles Morales has both
he
his
got
mother and his father. The black Spider-Man has both his mother and his father, yet his uncle is the one that's just like, this isn't right. Come on. I do like that
that's
though.
crazy.
That doesn't follow the norm. It doesn't follow the norm at all, and it's just like, okay, this is cool. But I was thinking
I
about
never
that.
thought of that.
I was thinking about it on the ride. It's just like, why is it all the white Spider-Men have no luck with their family? Yet Miles Morales has an entire family, a family
That's
unit.
because they. That's because they know not to go outside at dark.
Yeah.
Dark time, nigga. They stay the fuck inside, nigga.
Yeah, because that was a funny line. Because that's basically what sold it to me that Jamie Foxx is just black in this movie.
Yeah.
I hate the woods. I hate the woods. Why am I out here? It's just like,
He
yep.
said, "I'm the reason." Was what he said. I'm the reason you're here. You talking about in the multiverse or the woods? Because I hate the woods. I was just like, yeah, nigga. Don't pretend I ain't standing here butt ass naked. Just like, stop it, bro.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
absolutely loved that. It was
one
hilarious.
of the best lines was he's like, I'm a little upset because what he say? Like you got you got a nice face, you're a kid, you got the swagger, you be helping out the poor people, and then I see you not black. Oh, sorry about that. He
Yeah.
apologized for not being black. There gotta be a black Spider-Man out there somewhere.
Yeah, that was a good drop right there. There's got to be a
That was
black
a great
Spider-Man out
job.
there. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
My
so
question is, what I want to know now is what's going to happen in their timelines, in their universe,
yeah, because they all
now
died.
yeah,
They
and now
all
they're all
died.
the problem is gone. Doc Ock is he's back to his usual self. Willem Dafoe is Jamie Foxx looks good now, so it's like, but the thing is though, Flint Marco, my nigga, you're still a fugitive,
Yeah, he's going straight
and
to
now
prison.
you're going back to jail, my nigga, and you can't escape. They
I find
kind of
it
fucked
funny.
him over.
I kind of funny because remember, all he wanted to do was save his daughter. The dumb, like, okay, I'll go to Spider-Man 3. One of the dumbest things ever. He lives in the United States where no matter what, there is always, if you don't live here, just know that in the U.S., there is always help for children. Always, no matter what. He thought he had to steal money to get medicine for his daughter. What kind of disease does his daughter have that apparently modern technology can't cure, or that isn't available unless he had billions of dollars? It just doesn't make any sense. I was thinking just like, this doesn't work, as there's never a reason for you to act like this.
Yeah,
Either you're just a criminal and you enjoy the thrill, or you're literally a father who's trying to do what's best. And the only movie that I accept that in is John Q.
it's John.
Yep. That's the only movie I
I was gonna
accept that
bring
in.
up-
Because
I
that
was gonna
will
bring
get
up
me to
John Q also.
that will get me to tear up. That will get me to choke, because what a parent is willing to do for their child. This one,
Yeah.
it didn't seem like what a parent is willing to do for their child. It just seemed like someone who didn't want to put in the effort to either file paperwork to get their child submitted, or to see their financial statements, or see, because maybe he was already a criminal. This is my thinking. The only thing that would make sense is he's already a criminal, and his financial statements would show that he's a criminal. He would become incarcerated, but his daughter would get help. He didn't want to get incarcerated, so. But I'm just speculating. It's just like, it was stupid to begin with. That whole movie was absolute trash. Spider-Man 3.
Which Spider-Man 3?
Only one Spider-Man 3.
I know. Okay. You telling me that Tom, Peter Parker, and he honestly went to Doctor Strange to get this nigga to erase everybody's memory instead of just calling up the college or emailing them saying, hey, can we talk about my MIT admission? That nigga is, dude, he really, I mean, bro, he really went on his way to do something stupid when all he had to do was pick up a phone.
That's something I absolutely found funny, because it was
Hey, hold on.
Doctor
The
Strange
thing
was
is, though,
saying you did a good
this is the
job.
thing, I didn't even know you can do that. I'm like, wait a minute. Even though I was in my head, like, wait a minute. You can try to talk to him about that. Even I thought that. I was like, wait a minute.
Because Doctor Strange was like, you did your due diligence. They said no, and I'm gonna do this to help you out. And he's all, wait, you can talk. And the way he got so mad, it was just like, why are you
Mm-hmm.
such a child? Oh, this is
Oh
why I
my
don't have
god.
kids.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, man, this nigga's stupid. I'm pretty sure even MJ and Ned was thinking the exact same thing. Like, yeah, just run it by us next time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, I was annoyed. I'm like, dude, Peter, like, you really got this guy you really trying to correct this guy's spell like 20 times? Like, shut up and let him do his spell.
But he didn't want to be
Just
forgotten.
like, so just tell MJ, hey, I'm Spider-Man, by the way. Boom.
Yeah.
You probably have the same reaction. Except it won't be in Italy this time, so it won't be as, charming and romantic and shit. By the way, what's up? People, I see a lot of people don't like Far From Home. I,
I can
okay,
understand
okay.
it. I can understand it.
I was telling them the same thing. The thing is, I enjoy all three Spider-Man movies, but the problems that I have with it is one, he don't have his own villains.
Mm-hmm.
Two, everything's it feels like nothing feels serious. I mean, sure. I mean, it has its serious moments, and I mean, he's a legit kid, so he's still growing up, taking more responsibilities, getting the lost Tony and all that. Even though he probably only knew the nigga for like good 2-3 years, but yeah, I was just like,
But remember, he's still a kid. Those last 2
exactly
years are the most recent to him
true, but
and the most memorable.
I'm just like, yeah, I don't. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. I mean, like I said, and Peter and Toby's. I mean, he got people that MJ, childhood people. So it's like these people that he grows up with, and everything. His whole world starts to really change and everything because he's Spider Man. With this, it's like this nigga's going to space. He's doing this. He's doing. It just feels like every other MCU movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just there's nothing like new about it until No Way Home. No Way Home was the only one that felt really serious that can actually change up some shit.
Yeah. So for me, it was like Homecoming. It was good because it started him out. At least he had his suit. We already had his introduction and everything. So we were given a good basis for him to start from.
Hold on. So I'm guessing there
Civil
was
War came
never any
first.
Uncle Ben.
No, there was, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
died
yeah.
much too young.
Did he die though? Was there
That's-
an actual Uncle Ben?
Or
She
was
probably, yeah,
it?
she
Or was it
she
just a
probably didn't
sperm
get
donor?
married. Yeah, remember she just does flings. She just
Yeah,
does
yeah.
flings.
She enjoyed that.
Hey, happy. Okay, this boy, man, this boy got Aunt May.
Oh,
Ooh, hold on.
Aunt
This
May
boy
gets
got
younger.
May.
Aunt May gets younger every
Oh,
single
wait.
series.
Oh my God. Watch when they reboot this, bro. Aunt May gonna be like 27.
Yep. She's gonna be
Who would they
the
get?
babysitter.
Right. No, and them they'll probably get the chick from Stranger Things to be Aunt May. Like, what the fuck is going
It's
on?
just like, what the heck? Everyone's having. It's just
Like,
like this is.
you and Peter are in the same grade. What's
Yep.
going on?
Well, it is an aunt. That doesn't mean anything
Exactly.
anymore. That's yeah.
It really doesn't.
So
Hell, yeah, it really doesn't. My uncle could be younger than me
yep.
if you really think about it.
Yep.
Bruh. If they don't do that and if they don't reboot that and do that shit, bruh.
Oh.
This nigga babysitting Uncle Ben.
Yep. That would be a change in it where it's Peter Parker literally lost his parents, but he's the oldest in the family that he needs to take care of his aunt and uncle who are kids.
That's what that sounds like. That sounds like a skit that Drake Bell did where he had to take care of the baby Avengers. He was Spider-Man and Black Widow, Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk were all babies. That's exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. So yeah, that Aunt May gets younger every single series. So what do you think
Yeah,
of
she's so
the
hot.
hierarchy of MJ's and Gwen Stacy's in the Spider-Man movies?
Like as far as their roles,
Yeah, because I absolutely hated
okay.
Mary Jane Watson.
She is so she's trash. She's always a damsel in distress. Each movie she's captured before they even know who she is.
Yep.
She's not even like, oh, that's Spider-Man's girl. No, she just gets captured. She's always hanging over something. She's always falling, and she's always just being a bitch. Even though Toby's Peter Parker was an asshole in number 3 because she got kicked off her, she got fired from her plate, so she was feeling bad. She needed somebody to talk to. And what this nigga do? Oh, I feel it. When I'm Spider-Man, it's like, my nigga, we don't care. We're talking about her. So yeah, Toby was a little bitch in number 3, but I can't stand Mary Jane Watson. She just trash.
Well, she
Gwen
couldn't
Stacy, I
commit to one
enjoyed.
person.
She couldn't.
She was in a relationship with Harry, and then
Harry.
also talking with Peter Parker, and it's just like, dude, pick a lane. Have only one person. Don't jump around.
Yeah.
And then she toyed with that astronaut, Jameson's son, because she thought he was Spider-Man, and it was just like, you literally only got in a relationship with him because you assumed he was Spider-Man. Do you even care about who Spider-Man is as a person?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to be with this hero? Is that all you want? So it's just like, I absolutely hated her. Gwen Stacy.
I liked her, but she was dumb too.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think you can go against Electro? Oh, let me help you. It's my choice, bitch. Do you have superpowers? I don't think you do. Stay your ass home. You know what? I don't feel bad that she died. That's what the fuck she get. She should have stayed her ass home, like fucking Peter told her. So my favorite is Zendaya's MJ. I like her because she actually does shit.
Yeah,
She's
she helps
smart,
out.
and she's weird.
Weird, smart, preferred.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see the big deal about Zendaya.
I don't know. I think it's because she's another half breed like me. I mean, we tend to be oddities, yet more attractive. Plug.
No, man, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. She's attractive, but I mean, motherfuckers be acting like, oh my god, all the things I do. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. She still looks like a kid to me.
Okay, remember, you black, and she ain't got it. You black, and she ain't got it.
Are you talking about like ass and all that?
Yeah.
My nigga, I don't. Nigga,
she ain't got it.
My girl, hold on. Chloe Grace Moretz don't have no ass.
Oh yeah, she white.
And I still think she bad as hell.
She white.
That's not one.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care. I think she was
well, dude, like I said, I'm always on the internet, and that's all I always hear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't get me wrong, though.
I don't do that.
Don't get me wrong. That being said,
you'd still
if
smash.
I had a chance, I'd go for it. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand it. I understand. You know, I like plain chicks too. I don't know. She seemed plain to me, and that damn Zendaya is bad.
Okay, I think that because we've spoken about this before. There is something about the plain look.
It's weird
that makes people like it far more, because something about the plain look that makes people feel safer. You are less likely to lose that person if they look plain, and you can trust them a little more. There's something about that generic, bland, plain look that just there's an attraction there. I don't know.
I don't know how it went from saying I don't see it, and then all of a sudden it's like I just like Inception myself.
You see it?
I'm just like, never mind, bro. I'm thinking like, how the fuck did Tom Holland? I need to be an actor, bro.
Remember. Even they even said that in the movie. It was just like, how did you get her? I don't see it. Jamie Foxx. He's like, I don't see it. No, I don't see it.
It was funny. Even Lizard was just like, there is no way that's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, even the Lizard.
Yeah. Even the Lizard, Curtis Connors is like, yeah, that's not it. That's very childish, but she was still more relatable, more understandable than Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah,
I absolutely hated Mary Jane. She was the worst. What? Come on, what?
Andrew's the best. Because as you're talking, I'm just sitting there watching their interactions, and I'm watching the interaction between MJ and Peter. And then I'm watching the interaction between MJ and Spider-Man. And it's the exact same interaction as MJ and Peter. Andrew is the best. He just has the weakest movies.
Yeah.
And now that I say that now after the movie comes out, it looks like I'm jumping on a bandwagon.
Yep.
Fuck.
That's the thing. It's like I have always said Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the best. Because you know that first weird interaction he has with Gwen Stacy? Where he's like, do you want to do something? Not right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like so high school. So, are you going to ask
like,
me out?
We can,
are you going to set a date?
And then right after we can, or unless you want to. Yeah,
it's like, sure, we can.
After,
really?
Just like,
we can...
I loved every moment of that.
Because it's like,
great.
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying. I just, does she know what he's saying?
I call all that. I'm like, I love every minute.
Because I heard he was just like, oh, he's asking her to the movies, asking her to go out to eat, asking her to get a drink. Yet he didn't say any of that. But I knew he was asking for all that.
Even his Peter Parker and his Spider-Man was two different people.
Yeah.
Don't tell me Toby is. Oh,
I
my God.
told you, the villains are the only great thing about the original Spider-Man movies.
God, I hate you, bro.
Their villains are absolutely phenomenal.
The story is good too. The first two movies as a whole,
like that's what I said. If you remove Tobey Maguire and put another actor in his shoes,
if you put Andrew in it, or oh my God,
any other actor, any actor with range or who at least knows who Spider-Man is. If any other actor, I don't think Tobey Maguire knew who Spider-Man was. I don't think he had ever read a comic.
See, that's the thing. I never read no Spider-Man comics either. So
it seems like
you were telling me that, and I didn't know that.
It seems like Andrew Garfield had some understanding of who Spider-Man was, so he was able to bring it forth in the movie. Yeah. Tobey Maguire had no clue, which is why I say you could put any other actor. If they have knowledge of who Spider-Man is, it would have been a far better movie.
I give you that.
It sucks, doesn't it? It sucks when you actually realize. That's why I don't think Tobey Maguire deserved all that fanfare. Green Goblin, yes. Doc Ock, absolutely. Tobey Maguire, nah. Andrew Garfield, absolutely. Curtis Connors, nah. Electro, nah. Just because.
Come on, bro.
Just because. Yeah, exactly. And he's standing there butt naked in the middle of the woods.
Because honestly, him and Willem Dafoe, best parts. Those are the best villains in the movie. Yeah. I loved every minute, man. And I still love how Willem Dafoe still gave us those speeches. I need to see another movie with him. I don't.
Still trying to teach. Another movie. Always trying to teach Spider-Man a lesson. Always. Mm-hmm. Like in the first movie, he's all like, no matter what, they'll betray you. You'll learn to showing them the truth of it all. And then in this one, it's basically like, no matter what, you've failed. You literally led to her death. Yeah, you may have brought us there, but you're the reason she stayed there. And so you killed her. All this stuff, this logic loops he jumps through to convince other people that they've done wrong. I freaking love Willem Dafoe.
I want to see that movie again for Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is the highlight. Honestly, screw Toby, screw Andrew. Willem Dafoe is what got my juices going, bro. It's like the second he steps in and all of a sudden he's the Goblin again. Oh my God.
But I don't like how they didn't do enough with him.
Yeah, because it's like he was there. He had this dope ass scene and then he disappeared. Same thing with Doc Ock. They both disappeared. And now we're stuck with the dope villain with the two sidekicks, basically.
What happened? No. What sucked imagine was, if Doc Ock he showed up and then he was captured immediately.
Yes. Yes.
That was just.
Now imagine if it was Electro, Doc Ock, and Green Goblin. That would have been better than the Lizard and Sandman, honestly. Because what did Sandman do? He had like a little spin thing, and then all he did was grab Toby and then just make a bunch of sand. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
What did Lizard do? He climbed up some shit, chased MJ and Ned, and then. Yeah, he got captured. You know, like Willem Dafoe would have been beating that ass. Doc Ock would have been in that ass. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta say,
I see what they were doing with it.
The best actual super fight scene was of Doc Ock and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, especially when he brought the tentacles on his back too.
Yep.
My nigga, like, we got some competition.
That was the best fight scene right there because it's just all the special effects, everything. It's no longer that PlayStation 2 special effects. It was actually pretty well done special effects for the most part.
Oh no, stop it. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that.
What?
Because I remember me telling you because I rewatched the entire trilogy, Toby, and a lot of those effects did not. Mm-mm. I don't recall the fight with Doc Ock and Spider-Man looking bad. So don't fuck that up for me because
The
it still looks.
PlayStation 2 special effects where they're fighting on the wall.
I caught that so much, like when was it in Spider-Man 3 when Venom gets on it and he's trying to like rip it off of him,
Hmm.
bro. As he's falling, his face just looks so bad. I was like, but yeah, like Doc Ock was going ham. I mean, he was throwing everything, throwing cars,
Yep.
throwing fucking tanks. No, not tanks, but the little big ass tubes and shit. I was like, yo, this fight is fucking great.
Yeah, that's the
Then,
thing. I liked Doc Ock. Like I actually hoped that he would show up and help the Spider-Man men all fight on their team.
yeah,
Because that would have been dope if he was like fighting the Lizard or he was like fighting someone else like that could match him. That would have been
but
cool.
then he shows up and then just grabs Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx and then I was
So
like,
he had his epic scene only at the beginning, which
yep.
was the thing I absolutely hated. Just like Green Goblin had his scene in the middle. So Doc Ock had his massive fight scene in the beginning. Green Goblin had his in the middle, and then everyone else
Yeah.
had theirs at the
Mhm.
end because they all had to have their epic fight. They had to have their turn. It's just like
You know what's,
I wanted
what's
more.
funny? A lot of movies cannot even handle 3 villains. Spider-Man 3 is a no. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 is a perfect example. Nigga, this movie has 6 villains. And they I mean, what you expect though, they have 6 villains, they have to split it up somehow. And I think they did it good, especially to give us everything. This still is Spider-Man's movie. And we're also bringing in other Spider-Mans. We also have Doctor Strange. So they have a lot going on in this movie. So I feel like with what they and 2.5 hours, I feel like they did justice with the time they were given. I mean, like I said, Lizard and Sandman was trash anyway, but at least they were still there though and was involved in some shit. But
Yeah, I'm just,
I mean, yeah.
one thing I think would have been nice if Tom Holland had one of his own villains, like at least one of his resurface, because we still
Yeah.
haven't had the Vulture come back.
Resurface.
The Vulture,
Resurface.
yeah,
Dang, I was an Iron Man villain too.
I know. But if the Vulture came back,
That's
who
the
knows who
closest he
Peter
has to
Parker?
his own villain.
Well, that's the thing. The Vulture no longer knows Peter Parker's secret. He was the only one who knew it, and now he's just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So when he comes back, is he gonna be, if he comes back? Because I wasn't thinking of that before. The Vulture.
I'm glad you said that.
What was great about the Vulture was he knew who Peter Parker was, so it seemed like he would return with the knowledge of that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Yet, it ends up the whole world, after the second movie, knows who Spider-Man is. And now everyone in the world has forgotten. So, what's the point of the ending of the first movie? They obviously didn't think this far ahead because it was epic in that time, but now it doesn't mean anything. Because if you rewatch Homecoming, with the knowledge you have now, are you going to care that he knows?
True.
Because I had completely forgotten that.
Like at the very end, like the post-credit scene with
They're asking him.
the guy that's supposed to be Scorpion and whatnot. Yup. Now all that's gone. You kind of just wasted that.
Yep.
That's true.
Spider-Man has... That's one thing the Spider-Man movies have trouble with, is keeping the continuity, trying to do everything in a good linear fashion.
Yeah.
They end up pushing too much that where I think the whole telling the world that Peter Parker was Spider-Man was just thrown in because they wanted to push the multiverse aspect.
Mm-hmm.
They knew
Which, by the way,
Into the Spider-Verse was doing so well that they wanted to bring it in.
Okay, wasn't it Loki that fucked up the multiverse? Or that's
No,
just the timeline.
it was the Endgame that did that.
So what did Loki fuck up the timeline?
Yeah,
'Cause remember
the timeline, because the timeline was being kept straight, so it
What's the
wouldn't
difference?
cross into other universes.
That's the same shit though, right?
Yep.
So Loki is really the one that fucked up the multiverse and all that.
No, that was Endgame.
Endgame fucked up the multiverse.
Yeah, they jumped through time.
So what did
Editing
Loki
everything.
do? Loki.
They're just trying to push the fact, like, okay, what's a good?
Because it seemed like everybody's fucking up the multiverse,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay.
It's like everyone's grabbing a chisel and chipping away at the same piece of artwork.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah, and it's just each time it gets cracked, more holes. The crack grows and grows and grows
Okay.
to the point where the whole rock will shatter, and you'll end up with a massive mess.
Speaking of multiverse, bro, Doctor Strange. I think that Doctor Strange movie is going to be the one to like finally get that shit going.
Yeah, because
They're in the multiverse.
okay, I have been disappointed with the Phase 4.
Oh, Phase 4 is whack right now.
It's completely trash, and I don't include Spider-Man in this Phase 4 because Spider-Man is kind of its own thing still. It's always been sort of its own thing. Even with the Mobius, even with Venom, it's still kind of its own thing.
Let's go to Mobius right quick. Okay, so Michael Keaton is in that. Michael Keaton is playing the Vulture.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Mobius is in the Venom world.
Yeah.
So is Spider-Man. So is Vulture. It doesn't make sense to me.
No. Because remember, with the multiverse aspect that they're doing, Venom is not a part of the Spider-Man in the Spider-Man world, in Tom Holland's world.
But he's part of Mobius's world.
He's a part of the same reality as Mobius, which is why Mobius is able to make that joke.
Okay, so why is the Vulture in there? And he's part of Tom Holland's.
Because he's not the Vulture in that one.
Who is he?
He's just playing a random person.
No fucking way. No, he's not. Can't be. I looked that shit up.
There's no way he's playing.
Michael Keaton is even saying he's filming Vulture shit.
I haven't seen the trailers.
They're not even filming Spider-Man. We just got this Spider-Man. What other movie is he going to be the Vulture in? Are they going to bring Vulture back in Doctor Strange? Vulture back in fucking I don't know, Avengers? We have Michael Keaton and Mobius. Ain't no way y'all gonna sit there and throw him in a whole nother movie. It doesn't make sense. I'll look it up right now, but I could have swore he is. We're gonna find out. I guess I'm about to find out because I'm about to watch this bullshit. But I could have swore, where is he at? Michael Keaton. Adrian Toomes, which is Vulture. He is Vulture in this shit.
I'm curious how they're going to do it. I really am curious.
Exactly. That's what pissed me off.
Okay, because it's going to have to do... It's going to... I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. Maybe he's the Vulture in every single reality? Maybe.
See? No, it's not. No, it's starting to sound stupid now.
Yeah, because...
We're gonna see in
best
January.
not to think about it. Best not to think about it sometimes.
Well, fuck that. I have to. Now y'all bringing up realities and shit. I have to.
And now
I'm sorry. Continue what you were saying.
I got to get to the... If you saw Venom has always had this kind of correlation with the Spider-Man universe. Spider-Man movies, there's this battle that Venom has with Spider-Man. Epic villain for Spider-Man. Because they can have similar powers in some respects. And at the very end of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, or There Will Be Carnage, or whatever it was.
Let There Be Carnage, yes.
Let There Be Carnage. They had a post-credit scene where Tom Hardy ends up in watching the news, and there you see John Jonas Jameson talking about Spider-Man. You get eager to see him in the Spider-Man universe.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the entire movie. No Tom Hardy. Nothing there. It goes to a post-credit scene. And it's like, okay. Because Tom Hardy's basically talking about going to New York to talk with Spider-Man, to get to know the Spider-Man, to figure things out. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna push the boundaries. So Venom 3 will be with Spider-Man. They're gonna do it. He's gone. They get rid of him like that. He's not there anymore.
That was the worst part of the movie.
And okay, that's the one thing is like the symbiote has paired himself to Tom Hardy. How did that little piece of the symbiote get left on the counter with the dude from Twilight?
Yeah.
How did it get? It's supposed to be the only reason Carnage got a hold of it was because he took his blood. He
Yep.
was infected with it. It doesn't just crawl off his skin. So it's just like they're going to introduce a whole new Venom. And I like Tom Hardy as Venom. I like him arguing with himself. And Tom Hardy has the ability to do those voices. Who are they going to get to play Venom now? In
He
the
has a
next
shitty
Spider-Man
accent,
movie.
though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate
yeah.
his accent.
Of course. Because he's trying to do an
How?
American.
Well, Venom, come on! Like, I'm like, bro, what are you
He's
doing?
trying to do Brooklyn.
It's horrible.
He's
It's
trying to.
horrible. It's bad.
Because it's just like we finally got 2 Venom movies. People are actually enjoying Venom now because he's kind of an anti-hero. What?
Of
Yeah.
course, they always make them anti-heroes, which is what I don't like about that.
It is just like, they have to have him because not everyone's going to be a hero. You always need like this Deadpool-like character. And when's Deadpool going to come in? But that's a different story. But it's just like,
No,
because Deadpool has this great relationship with Spider-Man. Imagine if he was in this movie.
that would have been great. That would have been perfect.
That's honestly,
That's how you really set this movie off. This movie
Yeah.
probably would have made $1 billion this weekend.
yeah, because what they should have done was, when they all go in for the hug, like their family, you just see Deadpool running in to join, and he hugs them. It's like, I love you guys.
That would have been great.
Oh, and then everyone starts to disappear. It's like, I'll get you next time. Something like that. Bring him in.
Something that Ryan Reynolds would have no problem doing.
Yeah, he would show up free of charge just to do that. Just pay my flight and I'll do it. Oh,
That's why I hate studios because they don't. I don't know. You have a great character like that. That's willing to do shit like that, and y'all won't do it.
yeah, because people would have gone just for that one cameo.
Mhm.
All these great ideas we have, and it's just like, guys, it's simple little cameos. And heck, you could have someone else in the suit. Just have Ryan Reynolds voice it. You could get him to
Okay,
voice
now-
it.
My question is, what are they going to do with Daredevil?
Okay, yeah, that's
'Cause,
one
like
thing I
now
wanted to
Daredevil
bring up.
MCU. So I'm guessing. My question are the Netflix Marvel shows canon now, or are they just going to like start some other shit and not even bring that up? Because we have Charlie Cox's Daredevil,
And a new
we have
Kingpin.
Vincent, we have no same Kingpin.
Same Kingpin?
Yep, exact same person. They got his name listed and everything. Vincent, I forgot his last name, but he's Kingpin. So it's like, yeah. Oh, if they got them, they might can get John Bernthal back as Punisher because he says he wants to do it. He just doesn't want them to like change it up. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, if he's still gritty, he's still rated R. He wants it to stay the same. Understandable. So I don't know. I want to know: are they going to like do a movie? Or, I mean, they can do a movie now if
Yeah,
they want to.
Because it was
Are they going to do a
non-canon.
TV show?
Non-canon. And I thought the way it was going to work, because I heard that, reading articles that he had been seen on set, and it's just like, okay, maybe he's a part of the multiverse aspect and he just appeared there. Turns out he was Spider-Man's lawyer, so he was there before the shattering to begin with.
Yeah.
So does he have his powers? Did he have his training? Is this all in continuity, or are they just nitpicking
Yeah.
on what they want it to be relevant? Is it the first season that's relevant and you're throwing out seasons 2 and 3?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Because if they make the first 2 seasons relevant, then the only people who are actually relevant are Daredevil and the Punisher. Because the others don't actually get shown.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage. Luke Cage is just seen in the background in those movies. He doesn't actually have powers or do anything, or they don't
He
show
does-
any
he
of
does
that.
this-
He's just the bartender.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you know. So they could literally just, if the first 2 are canon, they don't really have to do any of that extra. They don't have to bring in Jessica Jones, which I didn't care for.
Me either.
Yeah, Luke Cage I actually liked, but still. Oh, cottonmouth.
But I
Spider-Man.
don't know. Phase 4 has been trash. Shang-Chi was mid. Loki I thought was whack. WandaVision was great. Captain America and Winter Soldier I thought was cool. Hawkeye is trash. What If was so a mixed bag. It's like maybe 3 episodes I liked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man is like the only really Spider-Man and WandaVision are the only two really good. Eternals, I still didn't even check it out.
Yeah.
Now I'm
It's
now
not
I
it's not
haven't seen every
relevant.
last one in theaters.
Yeah, it's not
That is
relevant.
now is that's the hey, that's the first movie in the MCU to get a rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's also the first MCU movie I did not see in theaters. That's how whack it is. It looks so boring, just trash. And then the fact that it's 2.5 hours, and I hear how boring it is. I'm
Yep.
sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah, there's nothing there to keep people entertained. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
There's like what 20 different heroes in that thing, and I think it's all about them reuniting for some unknown purpose. Like,
Hey, it's bad when the studio it's themselves spoil the post credit scene. They gave, I think the character's name is it Ero or something, but it's Thanos' brother. What's Thanos' brother's name?
I don't know.
Okay, well that's supposed to be Thanos' brother. It's played by Harry Styles. They gave him a poster, and he only shows up in the mid credit scene. That's how you know the movie's bad.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's how you know. You're not going to see a Tom Hardy Venom. You're not going to see a Iron Man Nick Fury poster. Like, hold on, Nick Fury's an Iron Man? Oh, what's Sam Jackson doing here? You're not going to see that. No,
Nope.
Eternal sucked, so they gave us a poster of the post credit scene
Yeah.
of a character in the post credit scene. That's how you know it sucked.
Nobody even knew Sam. He was in the first Iron Man movie.
Nope.
Uh, that's one of the funny things. Is like nobody expected something like that. That was one of the best things Jon Favreau ever did,
Yeah.
and the fact that he made himself happy. He has kept himself in those films. I think he's pretty soon going to be the one who has the most movies under his belt, just because
Iron
he's
Man,
happy.
Avengers. He was in Infinity War, Endgame, all three Spider-Man. That's 9.
Yeah, I think Iron Man has 9.
Yeah.
Wolverine has
Oh,
9. Yeah,
John Favreau. John
he's
Favreau.
he's about to get it. He's just about
My
to win. Yeah,
man.
it's
Okay, I'm
between
impressed.
yeah. So Iron Man, Wolverine, Happy, and Vision.
Yep.
Those are holding the record right now for the most
Give
movies.
Happy his Disney Plus show.
Oh, I wouldn't
Give him his
mind.
Disney. Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch it
Oh,
because it'd be
it would
simple.
be
It'd be
it'd be
something
better
simple.
than Hawkeye.
Oh, it'd be way better than Hawkeye.
It would be
Hawkeye.
way better. We got to do a review for Hawkeye when it's finally done. So when you're
Yeah, we
settled
gotta
in,
hurry.
when you're settled in
What? The
after you
last
move.
episode is tomorrow.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
unless we do it
So
during the holiday.
yeah, I don't care. I'm down with that.
All right. Yeah, because
Okay,
that's
so go ahead.
yeah. That just Spider-Man is good. There's just so many things they could have done, which would make it better. They just
Overall, great though. I think
yeah,
it's great overall. I
yeah.
love it.
It was great. It was well done. I just feel like Tobey Maguire's way overrated. I understand why people absolutely love him because he was the first absolutely enjoyable Spider-Man. He's basically the superhero that made superheroes relevant again because Steel destroyed the superhero franchise.
Bro, X-Men came out before.
But I mean the solo superhero.
Okay.
Yeah, because X-Men was that
Blade.
team.
Blade.
This
Blade 1
team,
and 2 came out before.
but Blade doesn't really fall into the superhero category. He's the anti-hero type.
That motherfucker saving the world though from vampires. That sounds like a superhero to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just like in the same thing with the X-Men, it was more of the mutants trying to deal with our own problems, their internal problems.
How great was X-Men though? Oh. Everybody keeps saying how X-Men 2 is the best. I'm like, no, X-Men 1. Of that trilogy, the first X-Men is my favorite. I'm not a big fan of X. I mean, I don't know.
I'm
X2
trying to
is cool. Let
remember
me see.
X2. I mean, I didn't care for it. He's
Thank you. I
he's
love X1.
yeah. No, Last Stand is the best.
No, I like Last Stand too. What was it called? Oh, Dark Phoenix.
Oh
When
my
they did
gosh, the remake.
when they got the exact same writer and did the exact same story. Dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, that was hilarious because here what was it? Bryan Singer did the first two X-Men movies. He handed it over to someone else who literally did The Last Stand. He absolutely hated it that he created the first class and started it all over again, only to hand it over to the exact same director who destroyed it once again, doing the exact same thing with the Phoenix thingy.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Bryan Singer. Oh, I'm glad it wasn't Bryan Singer. Then, oh my god, it really was. Not Bryan Singer. It really was the exact dude. Okay, so
Yeah.
Simon Kinberg, he legit did 2 trash X-Men movies in a row. How, bro? He did. Oh my god. So y'all gave it to the person that gave us Triple X 2. Y'all gave it to the person that did Triple X 2, and This Means War. Oh my god. And Fantastic Four Stick. Or Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick.
This is who y'all gave a movie to? Y'all gave a movie to this dude? They stupid. They stupid.
Yeah.
They stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because you could tell how annoyed Bryan Singer was. He created like this enjoyable franchise characters and then has to redo the whole thing because this one director ran it into the ground. Only for it to be given to that director again to run it into the ground.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't like X-Men Apocalypse. I thought that was weak, but
yeah.
I still haven't even seen Dark Phoenix. I heard Dark Phoenix is horrible.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it just for the Quicksilver scene, and then that's it.
Which one, Dark Phoenix?
In Dark Phoenix. I haven't seen it yet.
You talking about the scene where she's turning to Phoenix at the beginning of the movie, and he's getting ready to run, do his Quicksilver thing, and she breaks his leg? You talking about that scene?
Oh, I haven't seen the movie.
Leg at the beginning of the movie,
so he doesn't get his running scene?
Nope.
Okay, I'm not watching it.
Hey, they run him straight into the ground.
Literally. Heck, they did better with him in WandaVision. Yeah. But that's the thing. Overall, Phase 4 has been absolute trash. WandaVision was great because they had a hook, and there was basically sitcoms redone. And I absolutely love that because I love sitcoms. And I was able to see where they got the comparison for each decade. Every single episode changed the decade, and that was perfectly done. It's just everything after that. Every show, Loki was not about anything important. They just had Tom Hiddleston. At least he was the main character of his own story.
Yeah.
We have Hawkeye, who isn't the main character of his story. It's this Kate Bishop trash, who I don't care for. And apparently gets people to get mac and cheese for some reason.
Yelena, she got meat. She got meat mac and cheese.
Yeah, you got mac and cheese because apparently it was being spoken about.
They spoke about it for 5 straight minutes, even putting hot sauce on it. Gosh. That's what I forgot. I forgot to put hot sauce on it. Fuck.
You can't forget the hot sauce.
No. I put some pulled pork in it. Barbecue pulled pork. It was good.
Like, the only good thing so far is, well, I didn't care so much for, I'm kind of with other people, No Way Home. Or, not No Way Home. Not Homecoming. Crap, these names are so weird. What's the second one?
Far From Home.
Far From Home, thank you.
Which is Phase 3, by the way.
Is it?
It's not Phase 4.
Because it's literally right after Phase 3.
Wait a minute. No. It's the end of Phase 3. They already said that. That's the end of Phase 3.
Okay. Yeah, because it came after Endgame.
Yeah,
that's how I was basing
Endgame
it.
Would be the end. They said no, Spider-Man is the end. I'm like, that's kind of stupid.
Okay, yeah. So Spider-Man is so far the only thing that is good in Phase 4, along with WandaVision, and Spider-Man isn't exactly. With the weird contract Disney has with Sony, you can't exactly ever rely on a Spider-Man movie to be in the Disney universe for long. So yeah. I don't consider it as part of it. So still, at this point, WandaVision is the only good thing about Phase 4. I'm hoping Doctor Strange changes that. In Doctor Strange...
Oh, no. Hey, it's Doctor Strange.
Yeah, if they don't nerf him and throw him in a dungeon for the first forever of the movie, and don't make him seem like this, that they actually make him the Supreme, I'm going to like it.
Oh, Black Widow. See, I forgot about Black Widow. Black Widow is okay. I just liked it mostly for the family. What's his name? The father? I love
Yeah,
him.
how he's always talking about how he fought Captain America.
Hmm.
Did Captain America talk about me? And just like, no.
Yeah, I loved him. Even though I'm mad they didn't show us the fight with him and Master. God, that stupid name.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, which also was trash.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this villain about to be dope. Nope.
The whole thing was just about creating a villain for Hawkeye. Well, Kate Bishop.
Basically.
So-
Ooh. Sam Raimi is directing this. Doctor Strange.
okay. Sam
Okay,
Raimi, the
he's
hero of
back.
the original Spider-Man trilogies.
Okay. This might be good. I can't wait.
Yep.
I'm actually excited.
Yep.
Hey, who knows? He might bring Toby back.
Maybe.
God damn it. Shut the fuck. I hate you, bro.
Andrew Garfield.
I hate you so bad. Andrew Garfield so much more charismatic than Toby.
That's why I said, like, when
I'd
we were
rather
walking into the
I'd
theater.
rather hang out. I'd rather hang out with Andrew's. If I had to choose which one to hang out, well, actually no. No, Tom is still no. I gotta hang out with Andrew because Tom is still a kid.
Yeah.
And Toby's he seemed boring.
Yeah, he's
That
just
nigga just want to talk about math.
blah. Yeah, and Andrew just seems to want to have fun. He's smart, but
Yeah,
fun.
I fucking hate. I'm not on a bandwagon. I just realized. I just did a binge and just realized like how good Andrew is.
Dude, just listen to me. Just listen to me when I ramble on for hours on end. Because literally, I hadn't seen the movie and I was walking into the theater and I was just talking about how over talked about Toby Maguire is.
And you know what?
I do understand the
even a-
movies are
he's-
trash.
He's a better Spider-Man than Tom. Because, I mean, this is the thing about Tom. Tom is a kid, so he just rambles on and on and on and on and on. He doesn't shut the fuck up. Whereas, basically, Tom... No, nope. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I was about to say Tom Holland Spider-Man is the asshole that's in the back of us during watching this movie. They just ramble on and on and on and on. That's a big-ass insult. I apologize, Tom Holland. But it's just like, yeah, it's like Andrew... He has some good zingers. He's cracking some good jokes. And then Tom Holland Spider-Man is just,
Yeah, occasionally he'll make a good joke, but
Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man.
yes, he is. Yes, he is. And with that, we've finally reached a consensus. Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. I'm so glad that I don't feel as crazy saying that now as I did back in the day, because everyone would look at me like I was insane. And I'm like, it just makes sense to me. Sure, the story isn't all that lined up, but Spider-Man, I see him as Spider-Man. It's funny because nobody ever listened to me when I said it, but now that they've seen all three together, everyone sees what I mean.
And it's funny you say that because somebody else's TikTok was also saying like, "Hey, remember those years ago when I was saying that Andrew's the best Spider-Man and everybody laughed at me, and all of a sudden now y'all want a third movie." I'm just like, God damn it, I'm one of those people.
Because I was excited for it.
Hey,
The Sinister Six.
I went to go see Amazing Spider-Man twice though. I saw it twice, so clearly I did like him.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
And I still have one. I still bought. I got both of them. I mean, I stole the first one, but I went and bought the second one. And for one of my college classes, English, I did a presentation on Amazing Spider-Man 2. I didn't do it on Toby, so actually, I was on the Andrew Garfield is a good Spider-Man way before I even knew he was a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like it's easier to notice that there are tons of flaws, but I went to a Spider-Man movie to see Spider-Man, which is why I liked The Amazing Spider-Man when I first saw it, because I saw Spider-Man. For the first time in my life, I saw a live-action Spider-Man. And everyone thought I was crazy because Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And I'm like, Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. He's just Peter Parker. And everyone thought I was crazy saying that.
Yeah. That being said, I'm going to rank them. I'm going Spider-Man Spider-Man No Way Home, live action. Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man 2,
All right, I'll do my list.
Go ahead first.
I'm just gonna do my top 3. Of course, we said we're not gonna include it, but number 1 is Into the Spideyverse. Absolutely,
that would have been my number 1 too.
Number 1, 2 would have to be Spider-Man 2, just because I've always loved Doc Ock as a character, and I loved how they didn't try to make him just a bad guy. He was just trying to do something better, committed to it, lost his wife in the process, so he focused on it primarily. His character arc was the best I saw out of all of them. And yeah, the No Way Home. Sadly, if we were to have... Because if I was to rank my Spider-Mans, it would be Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield, Miles Morales, Tom Holland, Porky, Spidey Pig, just Spidey Noir. Tobey Maguire would be at the very bottom for me. Basically because I don't see him as Spider-Man. I never have. I've always seen him as
my top 3.
Good Peter Parker. Yeah, just do your top 3. I've always seen him as good Peter Parker.
Yeah. Just know that the bottom 3 would have been Amazing Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man 3. Boom.
Yeah, because
my top 3. Go ahead.
At least it's Amazing Spider-Man 1, which is like bottom. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is second to lower, and Amazing the Spider-Man 3 is by far the worst. The absolute worst.
Oh, that's for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because with Spider-Man, they made Spider-Man 1 and 2. The reason I like number 2 better, because 1, I didn't like the Lizard. I thought that was trash. And the fact that we were going through a whole another origin story, I'm just like, But then the second one, okay, cool. Now we have Electro, which I thought was that villain was something you would see in the early 2000s movie. The way they portrayed him.
Yeah.
That's something I'm like, so I was just like, I hated that. But the action was awesome. Again, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man was great. And yeah, it just felt more like, I don't know, it felt like a lot what was going on, even though they tried to juggle the 3 villains and they failed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, top 3 is No Way Home, Spider-Man 2, and then I want to say Homecoming. I'm gonna say Homecoming. Yeah, I'm gonna say Homecoming. There we go. I was gonna say Spider-Man 1, and I was gonna say Spider-Man 1 because Willem Dafoe. I'm going Spider-Man 1.
I was gonna say, is Civil War in the Spider-Man movies?
No, because remember he was only in it for like 20 minutes, and that was just a fight.
Yeah,
he was only there to fight.
Yeah, and the movie was terrible to begin with, or the ending at least.
Yeah. So yeah, No Way Home, 2 and 1. There we go.
But that's where they introduced Zemo or Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil War's an amazing movie.
Yeah, that does not count. That does not count.
Get him dancing.
So you might in that case, the best Doctor Strange movie is No Way Home. No Way Home, Doctor Strange, and Infinity War. Those are the best Doctor Strange movies. If we're gonna do that.
Infinity War. If that was the case.
Yeah.
It'd be Infinity War. Oh yeah. Infinity War and Endgame. Spider-Man was in those. I forgot. Oh.
Those don't count as his movies though. Those are not his movies.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Those are Iron Man movies. Let's be real.
Gosh.
Every Avenger movie is an Iron and Captain America movie.
They're all Iron Man movies.
Really?
Because Iron Man, except for maybe the first one.
My favorite Iron Man movie is Iron Man 1, Infinity War, Homecoming, Endgame, Civil War. just Incredible Hulk. Dang, how many movies this nigga have? This nigga had 10 solo movies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because tons of movies are basically about it. Even Civil War could be considered an Iron Man movie. Because it was an Iron Man and Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was both their movies because they're the ones on completely opposing sides.
Oh, speaking of that, I did love the promo they did for Spider-Man Homecoming where Peter thought Tony invited him to a basketball game, and really he just invited him to his house party for the game, while Tony was actually at the game courtside. I was just like, it was a full commercial for the NBA Finals, and I thought that was just great. Like they actually had all the characters. Okay, so what do you? Oh, so Tom Holland. Oh yeah, I told you about this. Tom Holland is planning on taking a
Leaving
break from
acting?
after acting in general. After he kept talking about, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna do the Spider-Man, and then all of a sudden, boom. Oh yes, the next trilogy is gonna be about Spider-Man in his college years, and now it's, oh, I'm gonna take a break from acting. I want to start a family. Bitch, you 25. Wait. Bitch, you just started Uncharted. Wait. Bitch, we finally got a great Spider-Man trilogy.
And dude,
Wait.
you're a man.
Bitch.
You don't have to take maternity leave. You're not carrying anything in your womb. Well, I don't know. I don't know what his preference is. So
And also, your girlfriend don't remember you no more. Therefore, we don't even need her in the movie. She can stay the fuck at home.
Yep.
We don't need her.
Yep.
We need you. The whole point of casting you was so that we can get you for more movies. Oh, we cast you at 19. Guess what? We got you to your like 56.
yeah, that's sheesh.
Fucking
If he's gonna do that, remember,
It's
Chloe did that too. Refused the role of Little Mermaid, and then ended up in these other Tom and Jerry type crap, which goes like straight to DVD at this point.
she quit so many roles just to take on crappy roles.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
like,
kind
are
of
you
destroyed her own
dumb?
career. It's like you don't
Yeah,
burn a bridge.
yeah.
I think if you say no to Disney, you've kind of burned your bridge because that's the biggest company now, and they're gonna blacklist
Yeah.
you to where you're only doing the terrible, crappy movies.
Surprisingly, Scarlett Johansson didn't burn her bridge after suing them.
Uh, but what roles has she
They
gotten since?
they got a they got another movie coming out together. Like they're filming another movie. Like
Okay.
after all that, you're like, yeah, we actually have another role with them, and it's not going to be like a Disney a Black Widow movie or anything. I'm like, wow, really? What was the last Scarlett Johansson movie? I don't know.
Black Widow,
Yeah.
I think.
Uh-uh. Oh, that Marriage Story. But not every actor and actress be like working like 20 movies a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Who the hell wants
Some
to? I
don't
mean,
need
look
to.
at Leo. Leo's A-list, and he does like a movie every 3-4 years.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to when you have that kind of income.
Oh,
Unless you burn it all pretty quickly.
Scarlett Johansson gets about 20 million a picture too now.
Yeah, unless you burn it all quickly, which some probably do.
Yeah.
Those
All
private
right, I think
jets cost a lot of fuel. Yeah, we're
okay. I think we're done. Yeah, we've been going all over.
going all over.
But
We stayed pretty strong on Marvel and Spider-Man for the
yeah,
strongest, but
absolutely.
yeah, I love the fact that most people are actually seeing Andrew Garfield because he was compared with every other Spider-Man in one movie.
Hey, bro, it's 2:25 in the morning, my nigga.
Yeah, so
I wanna go to sleep.
all right.
Now we're because now we're just backtracking.
Andrew Garfield for the win.
I hate to say it, I give you Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man.
Oh,
He doesn't piss me off like how Tom Holland pisses me off a lot of the times.
or Toby Maguire with his whininess.
I can change. I'm like, oh, you're a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. He didn't say pizza time. I'm kind of mad.
But still the best scene had to have been Andrew Garfield saving MJ. I think
Oh yeah.
It-
That was a good
it felt
scene.
like a redeemable arc for him. If you've watched all the Amazing Spider-Mans and then you see that scene, it's just like,
And it's funny because everybody was saying like, watch, MJ's gonna fall. That scene, she's gonna fall, and then it's gonna be Andrew to want to save her. So I saw that coming, but I didn't expect the whole him, like crying, like
Yeah.
thinking about Gwen. I was like, ooh.
yeah, because
So,
in
yeah,
his
that
mind,
seems
he's
great.
like, I see Gwen. He sees Gwen.
I feel like of the movie, that's the most emotional scene. Not even MJ. I'm not even Aunt May dying. She's Uncle Ben. Sorry, you got to die.
Yeah.
It's your destiny. But maybe hold on. Maybe she was Ben, and then she changed her name to May.
Oh,
Mm.
one thing I gotta say though, it is funny that Toby Maguire, if you think about it, he was the most PC Spider-Man. He wanted his name to be gender neutral. He wanted to be the human spider.
That is true. Stop it. Leave Toby alone. I'm still gonna like his movies more. Okay, leave Toby alone. At least he had a trilogy.
Oh.
Leave Toby alone. At least he didn't fight a robot, a Paul Giamatti with a thick ass, crappy ass Russian accent, and a crappy ass CGI lizard, and a crappy ass Harry Osborn. By the way, Chris Cooper would have been a shitty Norman Green Goblin compared to Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
And he had a shitty Jamie Foxx. So Jamie Foxx was so shitty in that movie. It wasn't his fault. It was the script that they legit changed the nigga entire look. That's how bad it was. But yeah, most emotional scene was the scene where Andrew saves MJ, and just the scene that I love the most. Not even it doesn't even okay. Fuck that. Willem Dafoe beating up on Tom Holland in the apartment.
Yeah.
That scene, I just can't believe how great Willem Dafoe was.
I
Willem
love
Dafoe
that.
is a standout in this movie.
And seeing Doc Ock basically finally throwing everything at Spider-Man.
It's like the best two villains of the entire live action movie had the best two scenes.
Yep.
Had like the best.
Yeah.
But,
and if you learn anything from Spider-Man, don't fall. Or fall, you get magic powers.
Yeah. You gotta watch where you fall.
Yep.
These niggas really fail.
Just go into a chemical science lab and just start tripping everywhere.
Right?
Yeah. All right. We've been going on for a while.
Yeah, I want to go to sleep. I gotta start packing and shit.
Yep.
All right, y'all. That's the. I'm tired, man. Hey, thanks for watching. Of course, follow our links.
Yeah, just look down in the description for the links, whether you're listening online or watching it on
Spider-Man,
YouTube.
Yeah,
just
watch Spider-Man. Don't bootleg it, and don't be one of those assholes that talks like crazy in the background. I hope they get into a car accident. Yep, I said that. I don't care.
Yeah.
That'll teach them.
And for all of you now jumping on the bandwagon, I told you so. I told you so. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
Peace.
Toodles.